Next game, we're gonna talk about really fast. We're gonna get into. I think we're going to the West Side right quick, y'all. We're about to go to the West Side, and we're going to the Portland Trailblazers versus the San Antonio Spurs. This was a very unfortunate game for Spurs fans because Wemby did suffer an injury. It's a bad fall. He had got concussed, and now he's in concussion protocol. Um, I think he's doing some. He's running and stuff right now, so I think he's gearing back up to get back on the floor. I'm not sure if he's going to make it, when he's going to make it, but this team definitely will need him for sure. Portland took advantage of that, having beat the Spurs in San Antonio 106 to 103. And I really enjoyed this game because it was just a nail biter. You know, you had a little bit of everything out there. Portland, we gotta give a big shout out to Scoot Henderson, former third overall pick, came out the same year Wemby came out behind Wemby and Brandon Miller. And he had a coming out party. Starting off in the first quarter, dropping 13 points, going 3 from 3 from the 3-point line. He set the tone. And you know, you guys hear me say that a lot because that's what you need, man, in the playoffs. You need, I mean, just period when you playing basketball, but especially in the playoffs, you have to set the tone. And that's what Scoot Henderson did, coming out firing. So this was a game that Scoot Henderson needed because ever since he got drafted top 3, you saw little splashes here and there of why he was drafted top 3. But then injury set in, then he fell out of the rotation. But the injury to Shaedon Sharpe was a blessing in disguise for him because he was able to get back into the rotation and look, he's making the most of it. First game, he dropped like 18, and now 31. He's been the most consistent scorer for this team. And I thought that this was just a good sighting to see. You know, you got a guy like Shaedon Sharpe still. So Shaedon Sharpe, Denny, and Scoot, that's a good 3, to be quite honest. You can probably move on from a Drew Holiday in the offseason. So I thought this Scoot really came out this game and just let the world know why he was decided, why he was picked top 3 like that. But that wasn't just the story of the game, I must say. I think that later on in the game, the Spurs just couldn't buy a basket, man. I mean, it was one possession. Fox got like 2 or 3 looks and couldn't make none of them. Stephon Castle got to try out it, and then he airballed. So this team really missed Wemby down the stretch, someone that they can get the ball to and he can just get a straight-up bucket. But when Fox had the ball, this was a moment I thought Fox was going to step up. I mean, this would have been a critical win for the Spurs team to go up 2-0 without their best player heading back to Portland because they don't want to find themselves down 3-1 heading back to San Antonio because that's a bad territory to be in, to be quite honest. Because this Blazers team isn't as bad as people think. Led by Denny, Drew Holiday had a better game. I remember on last game I said he has to play better. Can't come out there having duds. He didn't shoot the ball great, but later on in the game, he made a lot of key plays, made a lot of key passes that I thought that were very pivotal. He had finished with 16, 5 rebounds, and 9 assists. I thought that Donovan Clingan made his presence known a lot more, almost having a double-double, 9 points, 10 rebounds. I mean, last game, he was a no-show. But the absence of Wembanyama is going to be very detrimental to this team because they have to find someone that they can rely on later on in the game that can get a good shot. And the Blazers made it very difficult to believe in those guys last night because during the crunch time, buckets came very hard to come across for the San Antonio Spurs. So this series is going to really be determined by the health of Wemby, to be quite honest. If Wemby doesn't return, I'm not sure if they have a shot. Robert Williams off the bench, 5 from 6 from the field, 11 points, 9 rebounds, big game. And if you look at the other end, Cornette matched his intensity. It was just Wemby was out. So next game, we will see that game is also Friday, and they go back to Portland. Shout out to Scoot Henderson putting himself back on the map in the playoffs. That's where you make your name. And he's taking advantage of that, man. So shout out to Scoot. Next game.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.